here tonight. From AT&T Center in San Antonio, tonight, the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns begin the game with the basketball. To Booker. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
To Aldridge. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Booker. Screen coming. Booker, defended by Jakob Poeltl. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Screen coming. DeRozan against Anderson. To Booker. Lets it fly from long range. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
You know what really fascinates me about Devin Booker? Every time I see him, I almost feel like I'm watching a movie called Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Now, when I see him off the court, he's all smiles, laid back, chill demeanor, very low-key. But when I see him on the court, it's like he finds this different person, this assassin that wants to attack you and dominate you every single time he has the ball. Now, I got a chance to overhear a story of him and his coach at the time, Earl Watson, and he told his head coach, I'm better than Jordan. Jordan never dropped 70 at the Boston Garden. Now, we all know he's not better than Jordan, but that answer reflects his desire to be like Jordan and to be an NBA legend, and that's why he'll always succeed.
Warren against Poeltl. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns.
And look, no disrespect to Dwayne Casey of Toronto. I mean Detroit, because he was the coach of the year for Toronto, even though he got fired. But for Greg Popovich to lead this team to 7th place in the Western Conference with 47 wins is beyond me. I do not understand how he is not the coach of the year. When you have a guy like Manu Ginobili, who is older than me, and he's able to lead this team to where they were last year, that says everything you need to know about Pop.
One thing, Jay, you're not 40 years old yet, so that's good. And two, they had to reinvent how they did things last year. Kawhi Leonard played barely 10 games last season, so they found a way to do it. Then you add DeRozan. I'm so interested to see what this Spurs team is going to be. Yes, you lose Kawhi, but you never really had him last year either. And the rebound's taken in by Phoenix. To Booker. DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. To Rudy Gay. Aldridge. Surveys the floor. Rudy Gay, defended by Warren. To Aldridge. Rudy Gay. Trying to cash in. It's no good. Great defense.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Stepping in for the Phoenix Suns, number 3, Trevor Ariza.
Shot clock winding down. Has a look. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Trevor Ariza trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 72%. And he misses that one free throw. To Aldridge. Here's a chance from long range. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Booker picked up by DeRozan. Deep 2 there, won't go. Mills in possession. Leads 1 to Aldridge. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the 3. Not that time. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Ensures there's no extra opportunity. We played one at AT&T Center with the Spurs out in front. Jay and I back with more from San Antonio. After this, you're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They play with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
To Patty Mills. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Mikal Bridges. To Crawford. From long range.
To number 1. That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
First one goes down. He delivers with 2 free throws. No good. Made the first 2, missed the last. Mills in possession. Down by 1. Over to the right side. The Spurs with 4 on the shot clock. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Mikal Bridges. Baseline drive. Jamal Crawford. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Patty Mills to Gasol. 5 to shoot for San Antonio. For 3, no good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Jay, DeMar DeRozan fell in love with Toronto as a player and a person. Now, the worst places to go than San Antonio and what they built, but no question DeRozan's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
He most definitely is, and he will embrace Greg Popovich and also the San Antonio Spurs, but that trade really affected him. And to all the fans out there that said, well, you got a lot of money, who cares? I'm going to read you what DeMar DeRozan said. He said, people say, what are you depressed about? You can buy anything you want. I wish everyone in the world was rich so they would realize money isn't everything. It's about loyalty for DeMar DeRozan.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Patty Mills in a matchup with Booker. Easy path to the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Crawford. They'll get it down to Booker. Look out, Devin Booker. 2 of 4 now.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Mills in possession. They're down 3. To Cunningham. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Booker. Shot from the lane won't go. Mills in possession. Looking to make something happen. From the painted area, won't go down. To Booker. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. DeRozan with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Has a chance. DeMar DeRozan. 3 for 6 now.
DeMar DeRozan is a beast. He's been an all-star 4 of the last 5 years, and he was a second-team All-NBA last year. But unfortunately, us as part of the media and the fans, we determine your legacy by you winning championships. He's still chasing one.
Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. To Booker. Going to launch beyond the arc. This guy can beat anyone straight up. Devin Booker, good closeout, still knocks it down. DeRozan with the basketball.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Booker with it. Leads a bucket. Warren matched up with Aldridge. Goes to the left side. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs. DeRozan matched up with Booker. Trying to cash in. DeRozan with a shot off the mark. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Suns have the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Suns are in a tight battle after 2 quarters, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Phoenix Suns. The Spurs are within striking distance at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. San Antonio with the basketball. DeRozan to Aldridge. Cleans it up. Oh, he's done it.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Aldridge. It's blocked by Warren. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Aldridge. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Into the front court, it's Booker. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. 4-3. It's no good. Shots not going down. To DeRozan. Aldridge. Jay, coinciding with Tim Duncan being taken #1 in 1997. 21 straight years the Spurs have made the playoffs. Last year, as tough as any for them to crack the top 8.
And when this team didn't get Kawhi Leonard back, I thought there was no way that they would make the playoffs. And for this team to finish one of the 7 teams vying for 6 spots, that goes to show you how talented of a coach Greg Popovich is. And at the beginning of the year, Ed, if I had told you without Leonard on the court, that a lineup of Paul Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge, Rudy Gay, DeJounte Murray, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Kyle Anderson would be the 7th seed in the West and make the playoffs, would you have believed me?
It takes a great conductor. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
And scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
DeRozan picked up by Booker. Screen coming. Deep 2 there, won't go. Booker with it. Leads just a point. Look out, Devin Booker. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To DeRozan. Has a look. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay. Jay, it's an old-school approach in a modern era.
I love watching him play. He's a guy that can score at the pinch post, has a solid mid-range game, also elite athletic ability. But can his game fit into the modern-day style of the way the NBA is being played by shooting threes and also defending? He's a defensive liability at times, and he does struggle from the outside.
To DeRozan. Aldridge. Can't connect from inside. To Booker. Lets it fly from long range. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. DeRozan to Aldridge. Patty Mills to Rudy Gay. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Suns with the basketball. Warren matched up with Aldridge. Sizing up the defense. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Jamal Crawford. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Patty Mills. Defense making the ball carrier work. DeRozan knocks it down off the step back. Late heave to beat the buzzer. This quarter's in the books. The Suns have the lead. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
To Crawford. To Booker.
Watch that cutter.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Mills in possession. His guys trail now by 4. DeRozan picked up by Booker. To Patty Mills. Gasol. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. DeRozan to Gasol. Shot from in close, no good. Crawford. It's blocked by Gasol.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Spurs in possession. No good. And he's going to the line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Marco Bellinelli, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Into the front court, it's Booker. Lead is 2. Warren, guarded by Bellinelli. To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. Patty Mills snares the rebound. To DeRozan. Bellinelli picked up by Ariza. To DeRozan. No, the Suns come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Booker.
Coming right.
The Suns with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Patty Mills matched up with Trevor Ariza. Gasol to DeRozan. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a chance. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the fourth.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Phoenix Suns, number 15,
Booker matched up with DeRozan.
subbing in for the Spurs, number 33, Dante Cunningham.
To Cunningham. Fires the 3. That one off the mark. It's no good.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Trying to cash in. Shot by Warren. No good. Crawford. Off the assist.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Mills in possession. His group now down 2. DeRozan takes aim at Anderson. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Knocks down the first.
San Antonio. Entering the game for the Suns, number 2.
And he makes them both. Mills in possession, trailing by 4. To DeRozan. Patty Mills to Rudy Gay. 5 on the shot clock. DeRozan. Missed it. Booker with it. Leads 4. DeAndre Ayton. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs. And scores.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Phoenix has the ball. Down low Anderson. Takes stock of the floor. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Now a whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout. Barring a 4-point play, this is a 2-possession game. Let's see how they decide to attack this. Rudy Gay. To DeRozan. Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And gets both to drop at the line. Spurs will take the timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. DeRozan with a shot, no good. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a two-score game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First one, count it.
Oh yeah, go right back to it.
Goes 2 for 2. Patty Mills against Anderson. It's the Suns with the victory as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns added a win with today's solid victory. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. The Spurs didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Assists. Player of the game.
Ayton was just amazing in this game. What other word could you use for someone that played the kind of defense that shut down an entire team? Yeah, exactly. Amazing. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.